All right, Knicks Nation. Excuse me, I'm rushing back from shooting. Target shooting is my third favorite thing in the world. Target shooting. And I was rushing back from the range and I realized the time. And I had made me a quick sandwich. I ain't even have time to untake off my gap. But then I said, let's just keep it on me. I can't show it to you, of course. Of course, if you FAFO, you will find out. But I couldn't show it to y'all because I'm getting ready to go to dinner with my wife at 3 o'clock. So I said, might as well keep it strapped. You know what I'm saying? Because we getting ready to go to a restaurant here in Florida, and they be getting crazy down here sometime. So we got to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So we did what we got. So here I am. Sorry I'm late. I hope you all are enjoying your weekend. I hope your family's enjoying your weekend and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are out here trying to save lives. And those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children, unfortunate victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Helping those that are unfortunate victims of prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, double curses on the profiteers, and double curses on those perverts that cause these industries to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans, homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Violent Knicks culture, thanks for coming by. But you ought to know that you should read the disclaimer. Just letting you know. Also, don't start none, won't be none. Otherwise, y'all know it rolls to FAFO. Welcome, Jabroni. Welcome, Curry Lindsay, Michael Drake, my brother. Clint Stewart, only one way. Ty Battle, Bernadette, sister. Michael Drake, again. Organic Fanatic, my brother. Cool Kyle G, Jim Dobson, Kareem Grant. Welcome to all of y'all. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Doc Boss, what's up? Yuri Ark, what's up? And so, I don't know why you say finally, Yuri Ark. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Worst time of the year for me is August. Worst time of the year. Because there's no Knicks. There's no draft. There's no free agency. There's no summer league. It's the worst time of the year. I am not looking forward to the end of the season. I never do. I am not looking forward. I like watching every single game, every single play, all of them. I'm all in for the Knicks, as y'all know. And if you're not all in for the Knicks and you want to come in here philosophize, you could go somewhere else. There's plenty of channels for you to do that. This ain't the one, though. This ain't the one. We all in for the Knicks right here. And I don't want to hear, I want to tell the truth. Go tell the truth in church, folks. This ain't the place. These all in for the Knicks, period. End of story. Speaking of that, as you see when you come in, the Rose-Thibs complex did it again. The Rose-Thibs complex been in effect for a minute. Every trade deadline, y'all seen, they start off with D Rose, if you recall. They start off in Thibs' first year with D Rose. That's when they finished fourth in the East in the 72-game season. They finished fourth in the East. They went and got D Rose. Then had the nerve to go pick up Josh Hart. And people were crying because they let Cam Reddish go. If you're not available, you ain't knowable. You got to have the greatest ability, y'all know, is availability. I was down with Frank Ntilikina until he showed no availability. Then he got axed, as he should have. You got to be available if you're playing for Tom Thibodeau. Okay, and by the way, this is a Tom Thibodeau channel. All y'all, some of y'all still don't get the memo. Come in here second guessing, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Don't come in here with that. Woulda, coulda, shoulda 5 years ago. That's pre-Thibs. We all in with Tom Thibodeau. I always got his back. I don't want to hear nothing. And y'all talking about firing him, you better go somewhere else and stop smoking that pipe. We not having it in here. We all in with Tom Thibodeau. We don't second guess him. Pro coach for more than 20 years, know what he doing. Learned under the tutelage of Van Gundy and Pat Riley. So no, we not having it. We not having it at all. Not at all. Okay? No. You could do that, man. I told somebody earlier this week, that might fly on Twitter. And some of y'all get spoiled by Twitter. Twitter allows you to put your retarded stuff up on your keyboard. Nobody gonna say nothing to you. But it don't fly in here. It don't fly. Not in here. Nah, we have respect. Listen, man. I remember one year we had Enes Kanter. I forgot what he changed his name to. The Turkish dude. Y'all remember Enes? We had Enes Kanter on our team. That dude run like he had 50-pound weights in his feet when he was trying to run. One of the worst defenders at the 5 I think I have seen in a long time. We had Enes Kanter, right? And I'm watching us play the Celtics that year. And I'm watching the Celtics, all 5 guys, sprint back on defense every play. All 5 guys. Freedom. Okay, freedom. I'm glad he got his freedom from us. Cut that fool loose. But all 5 guys, I'm watching the Celtics sprinting back on defense. This was the pre-championship year. And I'm watching the Knicks, 1 guy back, maybe 2. Nobody sprinting back. Nobody sprinting back. And I was like, damn, I've been watching that from Calderon. I've been watching that from a bunch of dudes. And I'm like, I'm tired of seeing this. Can we get a coach that knows defense enough to get dudes to simply sprint back on defense? So when I heard Tom Thibodeau was coming, who was my second choice behind Kenny Atkinson? When I heard Tom Thibodeau was coming, I was like, oh, shoot, here comes some defense now. And he ain't going to have it. And he hasn't. He ain't playing. So I heard, some of y'all can confirm, but I heard that a lot of fools was deluded, like they was on them Quaaludes or something, thinking that Tom Thibodeau was going to start Tyler Kolek against the Bucks. I mean, I just heard. I couldn't believe that was even a narrative. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, you can't be serious. I heard even some people was like running their channel. This is going to be Kolek's first start. I was like, I couldn't understand it for 2 reasons. I couldn't understand it. 2 reasons. Number one, they interviewed post-game Thibodeau on Wednesday. Post-game Thibodeau on Wednesday. Okay. And dude asked him, all you got is Tyler Kolek and Delon. I don't know. Maybe they didn't hear that part, but he said, all you got is Tyler Kolek and Delon. What you going to do? He said, Delon. He didn't even hesitate. I don't know if any of y'all caught that. It was 209 of that video. And I had to show it to fools who came in here saying, is he going to start Kolek or is he going to start Delon? I was like, wait, what? First off, Thibs stated, it wasn't even like sometimes Thibs will go like this. He'll go like this. Well, we're going to see. He'll say it like that. He won't give it away. He'll say, we're going to see, right? But when there's no hesitation, and sometimes you get that from him when he's pissed off. Like when we was watching dude play on one leg a couple of years ago, I forgot his name. But when we was watching him play on one leg, I told y'all he gonna get removed from the rotation. Some of y'all said, no way, he just scored 40. I said, no, but he can't play no defense. He playing on one leg. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden, Thibs came out and said he's out the rotation. They asked him, they said, who's gonna be your star? They said, what about Kimber? He's out the rotation. He didn't even hesitate. I said, that boy done. Well, Wednesday, they asked Thibs, you got Tyler and you got Delon. What are you going to do? Delon. He didn't even hesitate. He said, Delon. And I was like, so then when Thursday came, and I'm hearing people come on my channel talking about, is it going to be Kolek or is it going to be Delon Wright? I was like, wait, what? First off, that was the first reason. First off, he plainly said Delon on Wednesday. This wasn't Thursday. On Wednesday, he said Delon. Number 2, When have you ever known Thibodeau, when he has a veteran on his team available, to start a rookie over the vet? When have you ever seen that? This is the thing that kills me. People actually expect that when Thibodeau doesn't follow their Quaalude-induced, ripple-affected delusions, that something's wrong with Thibodeau. You understand? No, nothing wrong with Thibodeau. Something wrong with your delusion. Stop drinking Ripple. Stop drinking the weak wine for $5. It ain't no good. It messes your head up. All of a sudden, something wrong with Thibodeau? And listen here, I want to just make this plain. I've been doing it. So y'all that's been here know. I got nothing against Tyler Kolek. I really don't. I don't have nothing against him. What I have against is fools talking foolishness like starting him or putting him in the permanent rotation. Like, what? Are you crazy? Do you understand? We are no longer 5 years ago Knicks. Do you know? Maybe you ain't heard. But the Knicks are now getting ready to make their 4th playoff appearance in 5 seasons. I don't know if you knew about that, but they're getting ready to make their 4th playoff appearance in 5 seasons, starting from Thibs rebuilding in year 1. Rebuilding in year 1, okay? Rebuilding in year 1. And he went 41-31 in year 1. Year 1, that was a rebuild. That was a rebuild. Look, you had Reggie Bullock, right? You had Reggie Bullock. You had Brick Hands, Nerlens Noel, right? And you had Alfred No Shooting Payton. That's what he had to work with. That's what he had to work with. That's called rebuild. And they were 4th in the East. Okay, they were 4th in the East. With that, wait. Then he mess around and gets D Rose to finish that season off for him. Then the next year, if I'm not mistaken, at the trade deadline, if I'm not mistaken, I think he gets Josh Hart, right? I think that second year he got Josh Hart. And this is the thing. You got to understand. Thibs and the Don collaborate. I mean, the second season they messed up because Don's decided he wanted Frenchie Croissant. Ain't had enough with Frankie Croissant. He goes and gets Frankie Fournier Croissant and then one-legged Kemba Walker. Now, the Don did give Kemba Walker only a 2-year deal, which was very fortunate. But he had messed around and gave Frenchie Fournier 4 years, $80 million. Bad move by the Don. Everybody's allowed to make a mistake. Some of y'all don't understand that in Knicks Nation. You're always expecting perfection when you can't produce it yourself. But anyway, messed around and caught Frenchie. Fortunately for us. Fortunately, I say for us. We happened to draft a boy by the name of Quentin Grimes at the end of that year. The same Q-Dog that this year has dropped 40, 36, 32, 26, 24. The same Frenchie. The same dude that's getting ready to get an extension from Philly because they ain't going to let that fool go. This is the thing. I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of idiots that didn't see what some of us saw. Did we not say that Quentin Grimes was Allen Houston 2.0? Didn't we say that? Some people was even talking about Klay Thompson. I didn't want to put them props on him, but I said, he definitely Allen Houston 2.0. Right? We said that. And here he is. See, the Knicks Nation don't have no patience, no forethought, no long-term plans. Everything is in the moment. Fire Thibs in the moment. Right? Fire Thibs. Now, I heard fools talking about, okay, Delon Wright can take Shaman's place in the rotation. Why? Because he had one good game? Are you kidding me? Come on, this ain't high school, man. This ain't Robbie Benson. This ain't Robbie Benson Hoosiers. This is real deal. This is the league. You don't do it like that. By the way, I think Shamet might. I don't want to speak too soon now, but I looked at the game last night. I'm trying to say something. I think Shamet might have finally found his stroke. It's been missing since he had it right when he first started playing in the preseason. Then he messed his shoulder up, and when he come back now, his defense been good. Most people don't see that, but his defense been good. But his shot is not the Shamet shot we saw in Phoenix and we saw on the Wizards. That wasn't the same Shamet shot. But last night, did y'all see it? I think he might have got it back, man. He was jumping in off the bounce, man, catching that ball off the bounce. Kapla! I was like, damn, look at Shamet. And then when you seen him coming off the court after the timeout, I was like, yo, I think the boy, and I want to speak too soon. I don't want to jinx homie, but I think he might have got his stroke back. Oh my gosh, man. Wasn't it wet, Jabroni? Wasn't it wet? The jumper was wet. The jumper was turned on. Wet. Slippery. The boy was nice. I ain't gonna front. So that was good news. And let me tell y'all something. Well, all them anti-Mikal fools, we gave up 5 picks for Mikal knuckleheads. Where they at? You know, all Mikal's been doing is playing elite level two-way basketball for the Knicks. Have y'all noticed that? That's all he's been doing. Especially since Brunson been out. This Villanova boy ain't missed no games now. Two-way. You know how hard it is to play two-way basketball in the league? Josh Hart was trying to tell y'all. Josh Hart said he respected B.I. because when he was in New Orleans, he was called on to score and he wasn't used to that and he couldn't keep it up every night. And he was giving props to B.I. because B.I. was doing it on both ends. And he said, man, that's hard to do. Most people don't understand how hard it is to be an elite two-way player in the league. See, Gato, as great as Karl Anthony Towns is, he's not an elite two-way player. But he is doing this now. Can't nobody in the league guard him. Now, he's not horrible on defense. I don't say that, but he does, he does his best. But the point is, can't nobody in the league guard him. Not Bro Gobert, not Chet Holmgren, not Kristaps Porzingis, not Jared Allen. Can't nobody guard him at the 5. So you just think about this, Knick Nation. Between OG, who is grown-ass man bookend with Mikal Bridges, and you got Cat. See, all you needed was, you ain't got to have a superstar guard, which we do, but he's not playing. You just got to have a competent guard at the league. One thing I didn't know about Delon Wright, I didn't realize the boy was 6'5". When he stood up, when I watched him stand up, I was like, damn, how tall is this dude? And I looked him up. I said, damn, he's 6'5". I thought he was about 6'2", 6'3". And then I was like, oh, shit, man. People was thinking Tyler Kolek. You got a 6'5" vet that plays defense, and you got the nerve, the drunk enough to be talking about Tyler Kolek? And then that brought me back to Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton was 6'4". He couldn't shoot a lick. But Thibs started him every game. Why? Because he was 6'4" defensive demon. That's why. See? That's why. So, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. And look, yesterday, right? Did y'all notice the Knicks dominated the Bucks on the boards? Now, I give the Bucks a little slack because, they missing Dame Dollar. That's a serious thing. We get prayers up for Dame Dollar. We want him, the basketball career is one thing, but the boy, life is at stake when you're talking about blood clots. So we don't want him, we want him to come back from the blood clot, come back strong and healthy for his own sake and for his family's sake. He's too young to be dealing with these things. So we give him slack, but that ain't had nothing to do with the Knicks out rebounding. That ain't had nothing to do with the Knicks collecting 44 boards yesterday. 44 to 32. That ain't had nothing to do with Dame Dollar. They ain't had nothing to do with him. See, they ain't had nothing to do with him. That had everything to do with one Mitchell Robinson, though. That had everything to do with one Mitch Rob, though. Okay? Mitch Rob came in, and in the first half, he collected 10 boards, 4 on the offensive end. 10 boards, 4 on the offensive end. That was the ball game on the board, y'all. That was it right there. First half. Now, he played a few minutes in the second half, but if you recall, Mitch Rob is on a minutes restriction. He's on a minutes restriction. Okay, that's all. It's a minutes restriction. Okay, so you're not expecting him to play more than 18 minutes, which is what he played. And he had 10 boards, 4 on the offensive end. And did you see some of the passes he got? He assisted Delon on the 3. That was nice, man. He caught it in the middle and then spun to the corner, caught Delon wide open, splash. So look here. As far as Tyler Kolek, I like the young boy. Wish he had a little bit more melanin, but we can't do nothing about what he was born with. You understand? Wish he had a little bit more melanin, but he ain't, you can't help what he was born with. But I like the young boy. He's just not ready for this right now. That's all I'm saying. He's just not ready for this right now. That's all. He's going to be all right, though. He's going to be all right. Did you hear what Doc Rivers said? He's going to be a solid player in the league. That's what Doc Rivers said about him. And Doc Rivers said, 10 years from now, he'll probably still be here. I'm trying to tell you, this boy right here, if you like McConnell, and I like McConnell, this boy is the second coming of McConnell. That's what he is. He's the second coming of McConnell. See, the thing is, when you see McConnell, what the thing is about McConnell is he knows how to cover up his defensive deficiencies so that you don't even see him, number one. Number two, he plays with a high IQ. And number three, and most important of all, as now being a regular in the league, McConnell knows how to get to his spots. You can know where he's going to shoot, and it don't matter. He's going to get to that spot, whether it's about 8 to 9 feet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. From either side of the basket and from the middle of the floor, that's his office right there. And no matter what, no matter how strong you are, no matter how quick you are, no matter how good a defensive player you are, he is going to get to his spot. That's pro level right there. That's pro level. And that's what Tyler Kolek is going to get, but he needs time. He needs development to do that. Okay? He needs the time. Some of you are trying to skip steps to push him out there. It ain't time for that yet. You got to give the boy a little bit of slack so he can develop these things. McConnell, the difference between McConnell and Kolek long-term, in my view, is as McConnell is getting to his spots. Kolek will too. But the thing about Kolek is the court vision, right? I mean, McConnell don't got the court vision, and he never will have. What gets Kolek in the league is the vision, the ability to see the floor. I mean, he's elite at that, right? But he's got to be able to play a little bit tougher defense, and he's got to be able to learn to get to his spots, and he will. There's no doubt about it. But he's not. This ain't the year. What I'm trying to tell you. You put him out there too long right now, you're going to get diminishing returns. And that's what happened in that Friday night game. He was playing really good, but then he had played. Thibs pulled him. He was playing a little bit too many minutes, and they started coming back. And all of a sudden, he puts Delon Wright back in the game, which I was like, okay, it's time for Delon. And here he come back in the game because you start to get diminishing returns. That's what I'm saying. And you know what, Coach Hauser, you're right, but I think Kolek will become a pesky defender. He just needs the time. He's working real hard. And this is what I like about him most of all. Thibs even said he is a gym rat. He's a hard worker. And so he's going to be working on becoming a pesky defender and getting to his spots. He's going to learn how to do that. Okay. So, but right now ain't his time. It ain't his time right now. Okay. So calling for him to be in the rotation and taking somebody's minutes, let's not get ridiculous. No. Not now. His time will come, but it ain't right now. I am excited to see the boy in the summer league, though. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna be watching the summer league. I'm gonna be watching the summer league because Dadiet, Kolek, and what's the McCullough I can't wait to see them boys in the summer league. This is gonna be nice. I'm all on that. And then watch out for MarJon Beauchamp. Watch out for Beauchamp. Beauchamp is more polished than all of our rooks. Okay, Beauchamp is more polished than all of our rooks right now, because he's played in the league a few more years than our rooks have, right? So Beauchamp is still only like 24, 6'7", defensive dude. They signed him to a two-way deal. This is the deal with a guy like Beauchamp. If Beauchamp comes in the summer and shows improvement and maturity in his game, they're going to convert him to a regular contract. That's what's going to happen. If he doesn't, that's why Don is so freaking smart. So if he doesn't, you still got him on a two-way deal. He ain't going nowhere. You got him for 2 years. Okay? You got him for 2 years. So I like Beauchamp. I liked him coming out of college. I thought he was drafted a little too high by the Bucks, I think it was. But I liked him coming out of college. He come from that Washington, Seattle area, like a lot of great players, you know. And so I like him. I like him, man. So if he can come in Vegas and show a little bit more polish to his game, he might get that contract could be definitely converted to a regular contract. I could see that coming because he's good. I like him better than all the rooks in terms of where he's at right now. The rookies are coming. I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're comparing him and Dadiet, he's way more ready to play in the league than Dadiet is right now. Okay, that's all I'm saying. He's way more ready to play. Dadiet and him play the same position, but he's way more ready right now, especially on the defensive end, than Dadiet. So I'm looking at Beauchamp and I'm watching him and I'm hoping we got something good right there. I'm pretty sure we do. I'm very confident in that, see? And so this is just all of this, what we're talking about, are the testament to Thibs and the Don. See, people are always fire Thibs is the most dumbest thing I hear. I go on Twitter and I be muting people and deleting them when I see stupidness like that. Like, I think you must be having a problem with drugs, alcohol, or both. You can't be really serious talking about fire Thibodeau. You really can't. Okay, you can't. Yeah. Now, you want to talk about an incompetent organization? Look at the Memphis Grizzlies. See, you want to become the Memphis Grizzlies? Is that what you want? The Memphis Grizzlies have all the talent to be long-term sustainable winners. And they just fired their coach that got them there. They just fired the coach that got them there. Tyler Jenkins had them playing high-level, elite team defense. He had them playing elite team defense. Okay, I've seen them do it. Okay, so how you gonna let this dude go? See, if you listen to some of these crackheads in Knicks Nation, they did the same thing to Thibodeau. Right now, I heard some fool talking about Thibodeau's not going to be the Knicks coach next year. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, so here we go. Here we go, y'all. Yeah, and that's right, Jabroni Z. You talking sense? I agree with that. If Precious doesn't make it back. And I have to give Ian Begley his props. I did not really, it was just my hope that he was wrong. I did not want to see Precious out the rotation. But look here, against the Bucks, right? Precious Achiuwa played 6 minutes. He played 6 minutes against the Bucks. 6. So that doesn't bode well for him going forward. Against the Bucks, you had, and especially when you only have Mitchell Robinson for 18 minutes, you'd think Precious would get more minutes. So I have to say, Ian said that Precious might be the odd man out, and I can't disagree with him. I don't like it because I'm still very high on the ability of Precious Achiuwa, but it's not looking like New York is his long-term stop. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just not looking like that. And I think Jabroni Z, you got something there, because the difference, though, is this. This is the problem. See, Precious can play the 4 or the 5. And Precious can play some defense. Beauchamp cannot play the 5. He can play the 3 or the 4. Beauchamp. He's 6'7". He can play the 3 or the 4. And he can guard at least 4 of the 5 positions. I don't know if he can guard 5s, but he can guard 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. So, but he, so you're missing another defender at the 5. And I guess what they're saying is if you're bringing Mitch, and I still believe this also, if you're bringing Mitchell Robinson off your bench, then you're going to have Mitchell Robinson for 72 games. Mitchell Robinson ain't going to be playing no more 48 games. He's going to be playing 72 games. And then you got, thank you, Jason, you still got Hukporti. So with Hukporti and Mitch Rob behind Gato, you kind of got the 5 spot locked down. Right? You got it locked down. So if you wanted to bring in Beauchamp, you can bring Beauchamp in there for Precious. You can get him cheap because he's on a 2-way deal right now. It ain't like he's looking for $8 or $9 million or $10 to $12 million a year. You could get him for $2, $3, $4 million. Right? So that helps your balance sheet. Okay? Because Precious is going to get more than 6 in the offseason. Somebody's going to give it to him. He's worth it. Okay, to me, Precious ain't no damn scrub. I'm just telling you. Precious Achiuwa ain't no damn scrub. He could ball. He just needs the opportunity and the minutes and the money. You give all that to him, and he's gonna go to another team and rock. I'm telling you, somebody gonna pick him up. But I think Beauchamp could come in on a cheap contract and take Precious' spot. I agree with Jabroni Z on that one. I think he's right on that one. I can't deny that. Darnell 140, what's up, man? And John Petty, what's up? I can't deny that, man. Okay. I can't deny that. Because like I said, I still have I am very high on Precious Achiuwa's NBA level ability. I'm very high on it. And just like I was high on Quentin Grimes and Deuce McBride. I mean, I'm just telling you, I think Precious is that dude. He could be that dude. He needs something more stable in terms of rotation minutes, though. And unfortunately, Mitchell Robinson and Hukporti squeeze in Precious out. Do y'all agree? I think that's what it is. It's not Precious' ability. It's Mitchell Robinson, which you need to have him in there. And of course, you're going to have Hukporti when he comes back. Why wouldn't they? Hukporti is a very cheap dude. That as far as cost, and he could play the 3rd string 5. There's no doubt about it, right? You could even spot start him some next year, depending on how he does this summer. But I predict he's going to do pretty well. So you could spot start him. He brings the energy. So that Precious out. Okay, but wherever he goes, he's going to go somewhere where he's going to get some money and some minutes. He's not getting no max contract, but I can see him getting somebody's full mid level. I can see that happen. Yeah. Organic. I'm wondering if that has something to do with how he's feeling in terms of losing his spot. That's sometimes that affects a guy, emotionally, mentally. You know what I mean? It affects him if his minutes are getting cut. He don't like that. No guy likes that. No player wants that. So a lot of players be getting on tips for playing guys too many minutes. No player wants to come out the game, and no player wants to get their minutes cut. It might be organic. I'm not saying it ain't, but I don't know. But I tell you what, it's costing him right now. It's costing him money. It's costing him money. It's costing him minutes, But I feel like he's going to be good. Eventually, he's going to be good. It ain't going to take that long either. It ain't going to take that long. Yeah, he does, Coach House. I agree with you. And sorry, 617, you full of shit. This is Precious High. Don't come in here throwing dirt on my boy because he's down. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You are a 3rd rail candidate. You're a 3rd rail candidate. CR 617. Calm your jets. Don't come in here. People like to pile on somebody. CR 617, one of them punks that be piling on people when they think everybody else is. We ain't piling on Precious. Don't be talking like any rookie could take his spot, asshole. Don't do that. What's wrong with you? Shoot. It's a sad day if Precious got to go. Ain't nothing to be celebrating. What the hell's wrong with you? It's a sad day if Precious got to go. I mean, we understand it, but that don't mean we like it. I can't stand people like that. They be coming in, when they think you negative on somebody, they can't wait to pile on. They can't wait to pile on. Oh, you heard him? You heard what he said? What's the third rail? Okay. Okay. What's the third rail? This knucklehead said. You just hit it. You just hit it. Wait. Yo. He jumped off the platform, right? And then he's standing on the third rail. Talking about, what's the third rail? That's like Wild E. Coyote. The Acme bomb is coming on his head, and he's looking around like, what's that noise? Oh, man. You right, Organic. See, I need you, Organic. I need you, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm not good at this stuff. I'm not good at it. I need you, bruh. I need you. I think I picked one. I did pick one. I did pick one. I picked one, didn't I? I think I did. Okay. I thought I did, but okay. I'll go back through it and pick one. The only difference was is that instead of saying you hitting, it should say don't touch, right? Instead of saying you hitting, just say don't touch the third rail. That's what I'm saying. Don't touch, right? Oh, man. Oh, no, Roku's done, bro. Yeah. Roku's done. I got to tell you, you did hear about Tyler Kolek, right? You see all these dudes going nuts with Tyler Kolek. I mean, they messing all over themselves with Tyler Kolek. I don't think Roku got any space right now. That's all I'm saying. I got nothing against Roku. I liked him, but Tyler Kolek done won Thibs' heart. Thibs asked for Tyler Kolek, and Tyler Kolek is gonna be here. See, so I'm saying that's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying Roku ain't gonna land somewhere. I hope he does. I liked his game too. I liked Roku's game, but yeah, the Tyler Kolek ain't going nowhere, man. This dude is here. They signed him. If I'm not mistaken, isn't he on a 3-year contract? Tyler Kolek. He's not even on like no G League or 1-year deal. Tyler Kolek's on a 3-year or is a 4-year. I know he got at least 3 years on his contract. So this is just the first of 3. So he ain't going nowhere. I mean, he ain't. I mean, so forget it. And you seeing Kolek can't really get in the rotation. So to talk about any other guard, and again, I like Roku. I liked him. But to talk about any other guard is ridiculous. There's no space. Where he going to get? Where he going to play? I don't know. Where he going to play? Yeah, so I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, Kolek is guaranteed 3 years, $6 million. So he's getting $2 million a year and you know, we got 2 more years after this one. So he ain't going nowhere. Kolek is here. This is the thing. The Don and Thibs. Listen. I want people to give them their props. Listen here. You got Dadiet. Have y'all seen Dadiet? Dadiet's developing. He ain't ready yet. He's still only 19, but Dadiet's developing. Okay, Dadiet's coming. Then you got Hukporti. I don't have to tell nobody because we've seen Hukporti operate on the league level. Hukporti, he ain't going nowhere. And of course, there's Tyler Kolek. None of these cats are going anywhere. None of these cats. No, I ain't heard nothing from Deuce. I'm concerned. Of all of the players that's hurt, Deuce is my biggest concern. Okay, Deuce is my biggest concern of all the guys that's hurt. And I am hoping, this is my hope. I don't have any news. I'm just hoping that they are trying to make sure, like Brunson, that he's fully healthy come playoff time. Because you're going to need Deuce McBride. And so that's the thing. And McConnell, right. Let me not sleep on McConnell. You got McConnell too. Oh, thank you, Bernadette. That's what it was. So Kolek signed a 4-year deal, and it's a team option on the 4th year, which means he's got 3 years, $6 million guaranteed. So Kolek ain't going nowhere, and he shouldn't be going anywhere. I don't hate Kolek, Somebody said, stop being a hater on my channel. I almost gave him the third rail. I was like, hating who? I never said I hated Kolek. I hate the expectations of deluded Knicks fans. That's what I hate. I hate the expectations of him taking minutes from Deuce McBride. I hate the expectations of him starting. I hate the expectation of him getting rotation minutes in his rookie year. I hate all that. I don't hate Kolek. I like Kolek. I think Kolek's going to be a solid, like I said, TJ McConnell, NBA level player. And I would not mind that at all. I think we're going to be good. Okay. Now, as far as Deuce and getting paid, James Collier, Deuce's contract that he signed a year ago this past December, he signed in 2023, he signed a 3-year, $13 million deal. He is still eligible for an extension this coming December. So in the second year of that deal, not, about halfway through that deal, he's eligible for an extension. I'm hoping that the Knicks extend him because Deuce McBride is in a position to be a Knick for the rest of his career. Okay, he is, because you extend him next December. Let's say you extend him for 4 more years. Now you got Deuce McBride till he's 29, so he would be a long-term Knick, and you want that kid as a long-term Knick. Again, the Knicks are 21-6 when he scores double figures, and every year he's just getting better. Every year. The first year, a lot of people were saying, well, he can't shoot. I knew he could shoot, but he needed to get used to NBA speed, and he needed consistent minutes, neither of which he got. It wasn't until the middle of his 3rd season, which was last year, that he started getting consistent minutes and he started producing. And now you've seen it this year. He's had a number of big games for the Knicks. So he's only going to get better. So you want him locked down. And I know that Don is extremely smart with these contracts. So this is why I'm thinking you're going to lose Precious. Because now you don't have to pay Precious $6 million. You can now I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bernadette, maybe you could look this up. Hukporti, he also got 3 years guaranteed. Isn't that correct? Or doesn't Hukporti also have 3 years guaranteed? Like 6? Doesn't he have a contract very similar to Tyler Kolek? I think Hukporti does. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure he does. So now you got Hukporti backing up Mitchell Robinson, and with him, you got him locked in. You got Tyler Kolek locked in. Okay. Hukporti deal. Hukporti got 1 more year. He's around $1 million. And his next year is team option at 1.9. So you got Hukporti. You got him. Okay. You're going to have MarJon Beauchamp. You're going to have him. So you got these kids, man, that you locking in long term. And they're just going to get better. That's all they're going to do. They don't got to be superstars right now. They don't got to be. They just got to follow the guys that are ahead of them. Okay, so Hukporti just got to follow Mitchell Robinson, follow him around, do whatever he tells you to do, and you'll be good. And they got the development guy, Bryant. What's his name? Mark Bryant, I think, right? As the big man development coach. Hukporti's in good shape, so we don't need to worry about him. You got Mitchell Robinson, and of course, you got Gotham. See, so you got everybody you need right now to run game at 5. Then I'm really high on Beauchamp, just like I'm really high on Precious. It's just unfortunate. Precious' situation is what it is. So you might lose him, but you got Beauchamp, and you got Beauchamp on a 2-way deal. This is the thing. You got Beauchamp on a 2-way contract. So you could, if you want to, you could sign him to a 3-year, $6 million, 3-year, $9 million deal, and you got him locked up. So the Knicks balance sheet, if you let Precious go, is going to look really good. Not that it doesn't look good now, but you're going to look. Is that right, Bernadette? Is that his deal? Let me just take a look, because it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like he has got 1,064,000 this year, 1.1 million, and let me see. He signed a 2-year, $5.7 million deal, but only $1 million is guaranteed. All right, so he signed a 2-year, 5.7. Which is about 2.85 per, but only $1 million is guaranteed. I think they're going to probably pick up his deal and guarantee the next 1.9 million. I think Hukporti's here for a minute. Thank you for the $2. Kolek, the new grandson. I hope so. Like I said, I'm talking about next year, Kolek's going to be pushing to try to get that third guard position over Payne. Whether he gets it or not, I don't know, but he's going to be pushing for that. And now you still got Delon Wright. And listen, any of y'all think they should be cutting Delon Wright? I don't think so. Any of y'all think they should cut Delon Wright? I don't think they should, right? How far can we go, Michael Drake? All right, this is the thing. As far as playoffs are concerned. See, this is the thing with being a contender. Anything can happen. Now, if you're looking at paper, you got to favor Oklahoma City in the West, right? You got to favor Cleveland and Boston in the East. That's just natural. You got to favor them teams, right? But in the playoffs, there's a couple of factors that come into play. Health, right? Can you stay healthy? Can you have your full contingent for the playoffs? And then you got to have the ball bounce your way. It can't be just you just so much better. This ain't college where you can get a whole bunch of blue chippers and just run the table like John Calipari used to do at Kentucky. Just get a whole bunch of blue chippers, guys that are really pros, bring them in and run the table. That's what he used to do. But you can't do that in the league. There's too much parity, right? So you need a combination. You need the ball to bounce your way. You need to have your full contingent healthy. One of the reasons Boston won last year is because at the end of the season and into the playoffs, they got Kristaps Porzingis. See, he was already there, but he was hurt most of the year. And they made sure he was there for the playoffs. And he was a huge factor in them running it. You're going to need something like that. So for the Knicks, how far can they go? There's no telling. Okay, I'm pretty confident they will get out the first round. Okay, I'm pretty confident the New York Knicks will get out the first round. Whether they play in Milwaukee or whether they play in Detroit or whether they play in Indiana, I'm pretty confident they get out the first round. Okay, now second round on, anything can happen. And the thing is, I am a Knicks fan, so I'm always going to think of ways they could beat the opponent. I'm never going to say, oh, they're just not good enough to beat Boston. I'm not going to say that because when it gets to the playoffs, now during the course of the year, right, no, Boston's better, Cleveland's better, Oklahoma City's better. But what most people are not paying attention to is the playoffs is a different season. It's a different season. This regular season don't mean crap when you're going into the playoffs, okay? The regular season don't mean nothing. When you go into the playoffs, check this out, it's 0-0. When you go into the playoffs, it's 0-0. So the question is, how are you starting the playoffs? Is everybody healthy? Everybody ready? That's what I'm saying. So everybody's 0-0 when you go into the playoffs. Okay. So and ain't nobody giving nobody nothing. So I don't know, let's say Boston has to play Detroit in the first round, or they got to play India, whoever, because Boston's going to be playing the 7th seed. So it can be either Detroit, I don't care who it is, but whoever it is that's playing Boston in the first round, they ain't giving Boston nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to be scrapping, scraping, scratching, beating, whatever they need to do, grabbing to try to win. Okay. That's why Miami is so successful in the playoffs, because that's how Eric Spoelstra coaches his team. Do whatever it takes to win. I don't care if you have to trip somebody, beat somebody. Bam Adebayo is just like the step below Embiid in terms of being dirty in the playoffs. Y'all know that, right? I mean, Bam Adebayo is just a half step below Embiid in terms of dirty playoff dude. So they do whatever they got to do to beat you. So if whoever got to play Boston or Boston got to play whoever and that guy's coming out to play in, they ain't giving Boston nothing. They're going to have to earn it, okay? Nobody that makes the playoffs is laying down for nobody. Okay, y'all know that. Even the leprechaun in it. If the leprechaun gets is Jalen Johnson done for the year, or is he coming back? I don't know. Let me just check. Is Jalen Johnson, because if Jalen Johnson comes back and they got the leprechaun and they got the young Australian boy that's going to be all NBA defense. If they got all of that coming back for the playoffs, don't be counting them out now. Let me see. So Larry Nance is out. Who cares? Clint Capella, 3 to 4 weeks. This was from March 21st, so he's possible. Jalen Johnson, he's missing the rest of the season. See, that's tough. I don't know. See, the leprechaun and them got a problem. Because to me, you need Onyeka. You need Jalen Johnson. Yeah, Dyson Dan. You get them cats healthy, anything could happen. But I don't know. It's not looking good for the ATL right now, though. I got to say, it ain't looking good for them right now. With the key players, they got hurt. It ain't looking good. But in the play-in, you got Miami, Chicago, Atlanta, and Orlando. Oh my God. Orlando got Banchero back and they got Franz back. Don't sleep on them. See what I'm saying? I would not want to be the guy facing them in the first round. See, anything could happen. This is the league. This is the playoffs. Now, in the 7-game series, it's always been my belief that the better team is going to win, no matter why it is. Hurt, injury, whatever it is, the team that's better that year is going to win. 7-game series proves that. So, Boston and Cleveland should come out the first round. There are, looking at them, the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. But this is the league. Everything is 0-0 come playoff time, and anything could happen. Okay, so how far can the Knicks go? Well, I feel like they can get into the second round for sure. After that, all bets are off. We don't know what could happen. Is Mitch Rob going to be healthy? Is Jalen Brunson going to be healthy? Well, I always tell y'all, here's another raw Hebrewism. Y'all heard it before. Don't ever bet against Jalen Brunson. Y'all heard me say that before. I ain't joking. Don't ever bet against Jalen Brunson. Don't do it. The boy is Clint Eastwood. The boy is Clint Eastwood in Magnum Force. Don't do it. Don't rob the bank with him there. He's not gonna let you go. It just ain't gonna happen. Dirty Harry said, "We can't let you do that." Dude said, "We who?" He said, "Me, Smith, and Wesson." He said, "We're not going to just let you walk out of here." He said, "We who?" He said, "Me, Smith, and Wesson," as he pulled out that cannon. Well, that's JB. Don't ever bet against JB, man. You just don't do it. Outlaw Josie Wells type stuff. Don't even do it. That's all I'm saying. Don't even do it. I'm telling you, he's sitting over there stewing. Don't mess with him. I am so happy. I'm not even joking. Y'all know I was not with the move to get Jalen Brunson. I was not. I wanted Emmanuel Quickley to get the keys. I definitely did. And I'm Deuce high. But I wanted Emmanuel Quickley to get the keys. I'm not even going to lie. And then when I saw JB go nuts on Golden State in the playoffs, I said, okay, I can understand why they won. But then I said, maybe 80 million. They messed around and gave him 100 million. I was like, damn. All right. If y'all know what y'all doing, I'm gonna have to bite my tongue and go with it, okay? And then we found out 100 million. He was underpaid by at least 100 million. Right? He was underpaid. And that's right. I thought Fred VanVleet was better. I told Organic and gonna never let me sleep. But I'm gonna tell you, I thought Fred VanVleet would have been the better option to go with. I wasn't fronting. I told Fred, man, I like Fred VanVleet better. And let me tell you something. Fred VanVleet ain't no joke. He ain't. I'm just saying. I'm not taking nothing away from JB, but don't sleep on Fred VanVleet. That's a brother from the bricks. You ought to know. Okay? You ought to know. And look, don't sleep on Houston in the playoffs. Don't sleep on Houston in the playoffs either. Don't do it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't do it. To me, the 2 surprise teams that could challenge Oklahoma City unexpectedly out the West is Houston, and don't sleep on the Clippers. The Clippers are healthy at the right time. At the right time. Okay? The Clippers are healthy at the right time. See, it's timing. You got a healthy James Harden and a healthy Kawhi. And when Kawhi is healthy, you got to say he's top 5 in the world as far as ball players. When he's healthy, that's the problem. He's never healthy, but he's healthy now. And so I really don't. I'm not big on the Dubs. I'll be honest with you. I'm not big on the Dubs. I don't like Jimmy Butler, and just that alone causes me to hate the Dubs. And of course, I wish somebody would put foot inside Draymond Green's ass. I can't stand them. I'm not even gonna give them props. I don't like them. So I hope somebody beat their ass. So I don't like them at all. But I think the Clippers are gonna be surprising people. I'm trying to tell you, don't sleep on them. That's all I'm saying. They got, especially if Kawhi stays healthy. Now, if you're dependent on Harden by himself, y'all, if you remember any kind of history now, Harden shrivels up like somebody needing Viagra in the playoffs. Y'all know that, right? Harden shrivels up in the playoffs like somebody that need to get the blue pill. He really, yeah. So, but he got the training wheels. He got the Viagra with a healthy Kawhi. He got the Viagra with a healthy Kawhi. That's all I'm saying. Zubac is underrated. Norman Powell is a ball player. Norman Powell is a ball player both in the regular season and the playoffs. Norman Powell is 6'3" and he plays forward. Y'all thinking hard is small. Norman Powell is 6'3" and he plays forward, and he don't take no mess from nobody. I'm trying to tell y'all, do not sleep on the Clippers. I'm trying to tell you. And don't sleep on Fred VanVleet and them. I'm telling you, that Amen boy, is it Amen? Which Thompson is it? Asar or Amen? Whichever. That boy is good. Both of them Thompson boys are good. And so I wouldn't mess with neither of them. Okay? So, yeah. That's all I'm saying. In the East, I would not want to be having to face the Magic in the first round. Not that I'm the Knicks running from anybody. I don't give a crap. But I'm saying, if you're Boston or Cleveland, you don't want to mess with the Magic in the first round. But Banchero and Franz Wagner with chips on their shoulder like they got something to prove, that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay? That's a problem. So I would not want to be messing with them in the first round. That's what I'm saying. In the playoffs, everybody's record is what? 0-0. You don't want to mess with Orlando. I'm trying to tell you. I've been telling you about Orlando for 2 years now. I'm saying. But especially when they got Banchero. Banchero is that dude. Banchero, I told y'all, he's better than Julius Randle. And he does the same things Juju does, but he plays defense, and he's 6'10". He's not 6'8". Boy, he's 6'10". A 6'10" freight train. But I gotta say, Precious is his kryptonite, though. Precious done showed to be his kryptonite already. But yeah, but Magic is going to be rough. I would not sleep on them. I would not sleep on them coming into the playoffs. See? Yeah, but Franz, I think, is all-star level. That's what I'm saying. People sleeping on him. But he already there. He back. He's back. I wouldn't mess with him. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't want nothing to do with that. Yeah, exactly. Orlando's a little bit behind us, but they coming. And here comes Detroit. I told y'all, watch Detroit from the beginning of the season. I was telling y'all, watch Detroit. Watch Detroit. Here we are. Cade Cunningham is that dude, man. I was telling you, I like that boy coming out of Oklahoma State. And I knew he wasn't flashy. He's not flashy. But you look up and he does everything. He could rebound. He could play defense. He could pass the ball. He could shoot. There's nothing on the court he cannot do and dominate from his position. See, he's a lot like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And you know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is special. He's an MVP candidate right now. But I think, that, Cade is about a year or two behind SGA. That's it. But other than that, they're the same dude, man. You're going to have a problem. And then you got the nerve to give him a team around him. They're going to be rough. Detroit going to be rough. Not this year. But, I hope really. I would love to see Detroit play Indiana in the first round because you get somebody to shut Halliburton's ass up. That's all I want to see. I want to see Halliburton get his ass shut down. And I'm trying to tell you, Cade has got to get that done. Cade is the guy to get that done. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Cade is like 6'7". He's the guy to get that done, man. I want to see Indiana against Detroit in the first round. I'm loving that 4-5 spot right now. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So let's get that done. Oh, yeah. Corey Lindsey, my hatred for the Golden State Warriors runs deep. I don't like Draymond Green, and I don't like Jimmy Butler. So you just got two hemorrhoids on the same team that I don't like. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. I don't like neither of them hemorrhoids. I can't stand them. I wait for somebody to put Draymond Green on his ass. I can't stand him. See? So, yeah, I ain't never given him props. I hate them. Steph is hurt. Is he? I didn't know that. Steph's got an injury. I knew he was hurt, missed a couple of games, but I didn't think it was serious. Is it serious? Let me see. What's Steph doing? What's Steph Curry? Let me look at this injury list and see what that boy, what's wrong with him? Let me see. I like Steph. The boy is heart, man. Listed as he's probable. He has a pelvis injury. So he's obviously slowed him down a little bit. He got a pelvis injury. But y'all remember now, Steph is what, 36? Shit. Steph is old, man. He's still balling, and he keep himself in shape. Steph is a warrior, not just on the team. He's a warrior. Yeah, he is. He's a baby-faced assassin. Always has been since before he came to the league. When he was out there at that school in North Carolina, I forgot the name of the school, but he was baby-faced assassin then. He still got the baby-faced assassin. But, he baby-faced assassin, but behind that little light-skinned face is a dog that will destroy you. So I can't stand Golden State. Davidson, right? I can't stand Golden State. They get beat in the first round. I think I'll have some port wine just for that. Them and Indiana can't stand Halliburton. Got a big ass mouth. Can't stand him. Yeah, Davidson. Yeah. So anyway, I hope they both lose in the first round. Silly fools. You know what I like to say though? I'll be like, we wish you the best. Enjoy your summer vacation. We wish you the best. Enjoy your summer vacation. Yeah, it's raining men in Indiana. It's raining men. Hallelujah. That's what we talking about, man. I'll never forget. He was sitting on the sideline in summer league with his legs crossed, and he had a napkin wrapped around his neck, and he had his hands like this, like he was getting ready to do a foul, like a woman, a 6'11" dude looking like that. I will never forget that. He ain't gonna never live that down. You shouldn't have come like that, bruh. You should not have done it. You should not have done it. You shouldn't have done it, man. Good afternoon, Jose Loco. Yeah, he should have. He ain't never just like Castle King or Gary Fernandez ain't gonna let me live down Fred VanVleet. Though I ain't ashamed of Fred VanVleet, but I ain't gonna let this boy live down there. He had like a napkin wrapped around his neck, and he had his hands like this, and he was sitting there with his legs crossed. I said, holy crap. And when I mentioned it, one of y'all said, it's raining men. I said, that was it. I'm stealing that. It's raining men. So from now on, it's raining men in Indiana. It's raining men. Yeah, today is Clyde's 80th, man. Happy birthday to Clyde Frazier. You know what's up. It was you, Coach Hauser. I give it to you then. I ain't got no problem with that. I give it to you. I'm glad it's you. There's other people I'd rather it not be, but it's you, so it's cool. But you know what, though? Clyde Frazier is one of them cats that's been a part of my life without even meeting him since I was like 9 years old, man. Clyde Frazier has been my vocabulary since I was like 9 years old. It's crazy, right? That's a dude. I've heard people, there was some hemorrhoid complaining about him, because he's old, maybe 2 or 3 years ago on Twitter. I was like, man, shut up. There's some people you can't talk about. Right, y'all in New York? There's some family you can't be discussing. I don't care what you think. You better keep that mess to yourself. I cherish every time I get to hear him on a Knicks game. Anytime I get to hear him, I cherish him. Do you understand? Look, man, I watched my daddy die, and he went from being just a dude that was 80 to can't walk at 83. Couldn't get out of bed. It happened so fast. And did y'all see the decline of George Foreman? George Foreman last summer was out doing his thing. Then all of a sudden he got frail and couldn't move, and he was dead, man. So when you get a dude that's 80 years old and he's walking around and joking like Clyde is, you should cherish that. You should cherish every second you get that, because it could be taken away at any minute. Okay, so we want to really wish. And Clyde said, they said, what you want for your birthday? He said, many more. He said, Mike Bree said, what you want for your birthday? He said, Mike, I want many more birthdays. So anytime you get to hear him, listen. Okay, listen to him. Appreciate what you got. Don't stop whining about him being old. That's some pimply faced, somebody ain't got a girlfriend crap. You better cherish Clyde. that boy is an institution. You cherish him, and you cherish any second you get to hear him. Just like Hubie Brown. Like, I knew Hubie Brown was old, and I knew it was going to be time for him to step away eventually. But anytime I got to hear Hubie Brown on, even if it wasn't my team playing, I would watch basketball games if Hubie Brown was calling it, because I wanted to learn about the pro game. And very few people knew the pro game like Hubie Brown. So anytime I got to listen to him, I would listen, okay? Because you're learning something from him. That guy knows the game. And I'm talking about the pro level game, not the college or the high school level game. I'm talking about the pro level game, okay? You want to know the college game? Ask Jay Wright. Ask Calipari about the college game. They know all about the college game. But not everybody knows the pro game. And that's another thing. People calling for Jay Wright to be the next coach of the Knicks. Some people really need to go to a mental institution and get help. Oh my gosh. Jay Wright's a college coach. This is the league. But Hubie Brown, the brother knows the league. Been around. He knows the league. You understand? And so anytime he was doing a broadcast, when it used to be on, y'all remember, I don't know where, but it used to be on CBS. The NBA used to be on CBS. This is back in the 70s, 80s. Used to be on CBS. When Hubie Brown stopped coaching the Knicks and started going into the broadcast, well, I wanted to hear every game he did, man. No joke. No, I'm just telling you. I wanted to hear every game he did because he knows the game. Understand guys that know the game. Hubie Brown is one of them. Clyde is another one. And the difference with Clyde and Hubie, Clyde was top 50 in the history of the NBA as a player, and he's Hall of Fame as a color analyst. How many guys could say that? Top 50 in NBA history as a player. Legit. We ain't even talk. If you pick 50 great NBA players, you better have Walt Frazier on that list. There's no doubt. Okay? Especially if you ever seen him play, which I was fortunate to have done. Please. There's no question. Okay? And I don't care if he played in 69 or if he if he was to show up in 99. If he showed up now, you know who he'd be? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That would be Clyde. That's him. Okay? That's him. Kay Cunningham, that's Clyde. That's him. Okay? Okay? That's all I'm saying. So Clyde is that, man, except he did it for a long time, not just a couple of years. He was around 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So smooth as silk, clutch as you ever want to be, and talk about lockdown defense. He spoiled me. Because after him, I was looking for somebody to play some defense. Michael Ray Richardson appeared to be that guy until he wasn't, because he was a cokehead, because he was a cokehead. And then we got Mark Jackson, and he appeared to be that guy, him and Rod Strickland. But then we had, y'all talking about complaining about the Knicks management. Y'all need to go back to when Scotty Sterling ran stuff and understand how stupid that is. Because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They had Patrick Ewing and Mark Jackson on the same team with Rod Strickland. That's why I ain't got no patience for people that speak against the Don or Thibs. I ain't got no patience, like zero. I got no filter for y'all. I ain't got none. Because I've seen it when it was messed up. I've seen them do stupid stuff. I've seen it. Okay? The Knicks could have had chips. That's why I'm saying the most important part of an NBA team is management. That's the most important part. If you ain't got competent management, look at Memphis, then you ain't winning no chip. Y'all understand Memphis ain't winning no chip this year. Y'all understand it. The Knicks, to answer Drake's question, they could do it. They could do it. I'm not guaranteeing they could do it. I'm not saying they're the favorites to do it, but it is certainly possible for the Knicks to win it all this year. Okay? Because they have the competent management that put together the team that they have, and anything could happen. Look what this here. You lose an MVP candidate in Jalen Brunson. That's the equivalent of Boston losing Jason Tatum. Okay? That's the equivalent of OKC losing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay? That's the equivalent. You lose Jalen Brunson, and you're still third in the East. You got Deuce McBride behind him. You lose Deuce McBride. And you put Cameron Payne in there, and he's balling. Now you lose Cameron Payne, and you happen to pick up off the scrap heap Delon Wright. He started yesterday, and they just beat the Bucks. And he's going to start again today. Okay? So That's what I'm saying. So anything could happen, but look at what your management team has put together. You got Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby starting. I wanted one of them. I would have been happy just when they got OG. I've been happy with that. But they messed around and got both of them, and then got the nerve to turn Julius Randle into Karl Anthony Towns. So you lose Jalen Brunson, and you still balling. Come on, y'all. You lose Jalen Brunson, and you still ball. Orlando lost Paolo Banchero, and they was top 4 in the East, and they sunk into the play and ain't been able to get out and ain't going to. See, that's how important he is to their team, to what they do. Okay, very important. Okay, like I said, but we lost Jalen Brunson, the head of the snake. Jalen Brunson, the head of the snake. Okay, he's the stir. What do you call it? The straw that stirs the pot. That's Jalen Brunson, and you lose him, and you're still top 3 in the East. Okay, you're still top 3 in the East. That's the Don, that's Thibs, that's the management team. They put together this squad for y'all. And it's the first year they together. Wait until next year when they all come to camp healthy. Wait until next year when they all come to camp healthy. Yep. That's all I'm saying. What you just saw is your team go to 4 playoffs in 5 seasons. That's what you just saw. Okay? That we just saw. The first year, I think they lose in the first round, right? The first year with Juju and them, I think they lost in the first round to Philly. No, they lost in the first round to the ATL. The second year with Frenchie and One Leg, they didn't go to the playoffs. The third year, they beat Cleveland in the first round in a gentleman's sweep with Donovan Mitchell because Mitchell Robinson just took their lunch, if you recall. Then last year, they win in the first round. They lose in the second round to Indiana. I think it was Indiana they lost to last year. No Juju, no Mitch Rob. Jalen Brunson hurt himself. They got to beat in the second round. So let's see what happens this year. That's all I'm saying. Let's see what happens this year. Yep, Devo, Hartenstein did business. So look here. That's what I'm saying. I got no patience. I don't want to hear nobody's opinion about how they can improve and their coaching or whatever, or what they coulda, shoulda, woulda done. No. That's like a dude that looks back and remembers the thick babe in high school you could have had and you didn't have her. You can't dwell on that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda ain't helping you now. She got babies with somebody else. You got to move on, man. That stuff is gone now. It wasn't even your turn. It belongs to somebody else now. Move on. You know what I mean? Move on. You didn't get it. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's the same crap. The Knicks coulda, woulda, shoulda. Come on, man. Come on, stop. Get out. Go on with that. We gone. You know what I mean? Move on. Thibs shoulda. No, Thibs did what he had to do. Move on. Yes, Trailblazers do play hard. And this is going to be a problem. It is. Because you got 2 dynamic guards over there. You know, you got 2 dynamic, not one, you got 2 dynamic guards over there in Portland. You got Simons, right? Simons is problems. You got Simons, and you got, after Simons, you got, what's the other boy name? You got, not even Shaden Sharp. We're not even talking about him. Anthony Simons. Where is, what's the other boy? Scoot. What am I talking about? You got Scoot over there. You got Scoot, who almost killed us. Scoot's the one that caused it to go to overtime. You got Scoot, Sharp, Abdiva, Klingon is pretty good. Now, this is a team, they ain't scaring nobody. I'm just saying, but there's a team you take their lunch now while they little. Because the day's going to come, you ain't going to be able to take their lunch no more. Just like it used to be with Orlando and used to be with Detroit. You could take their lunch at some point. You could take their lunch. But you can't do it no more. It's coming like that with Portland. They just a couple pieces away, from getting it together like that. And so, they right now in the position we could take their lunch. We should take full advantage of that. We have to. So we see what happens. But it's not going to be easy. Oh, Scoot not playing today? You shouldn't have told me that. Scoot is out. You right. Scoot is out. So matter of fact, it looks like, okay, Anthony is day to day. He's questionable. Jeremy Grant is out. Scoot had a concussion. Hope the boy's all right. He's out. DeAndre Ayton, who everybody was pining for, which I still don't believe it, he's out. Yo, you right. Robert Williams III. Everyone's talking about trade Mitchell for Robert Williams III. Robert Williams III is out. It's always a trap game like this, James Collier. This is the league. So, and they playing in Madison Square Garden. So you still got Anthony Simons to deal with, you know, and that young boy from Connecticut, the 5 spot. What's that boy name? Y'all know I'm talking about. The Klingon dude, Klingon, whatever. He's rough too. They playing in the Garden, you know, so they coming to show out. You know, they coming to show out. So listen, we got to take this. We need Delon to do his thing. We need Tyler to give us a good 10, 15, and we need to get this done. Let's get this done, y'all. Yeah, I call him Klingon, like on Star Wars. His name looks like Klingon. Let's give Clyde a birthday present that he really will enjoy. Another year of life and a W for his squad. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was his shot that McCall locked at the rim, right? Was it Klingon? It was Klingon, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Kilogan? Is that how you say it, Miss Lee? Kilogan? I call him Klingon. Exactly. He come from another planet, the Klingons. Y'all know I got to give him my own nickname, man. This is raw. I got to give him my own nickname. I call him the Klingon. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this thing. Get this done. I got to get ready to go. Me and my wife getting ready to have some dinner before the game. And I'm getting ready to have me a nice ribeye. Indeed. So y'all please be safe out there. Don't fight with nobody. Enjoy the game. Stay cool. Don't start none, won't be none. Stay cool. Okay? We'll be good. I ain't gonna have no pork, but I probably will have they got a nice peach, what do you call that thing? Sangria at Carrabba's. They got a nice peach sangria. I'm probably going to indulge with that. Oh, John Pettit, like I'm saying, I don't like to do lives because I get too emotional. You don't want to be around me when I'm watching the game. I'm so focused on the game. I don't want to answer no questions. And I'll be yelling at the TV like y'all. But see, I don't want to get on the internet after and then start talking foolishness out of emotions. That's why I wait a day, come back when my head is clear, and be a little bit more objective and positive, right? Yeah, I'm yelling at the screen. I'm coaching. My wife tells me she be in the other room. She said, "Oh no," my daughter says, "Daddy watching the game?" Yeah, you can hear him in there. He's watching the game because I ain't, I don't want to be, that's what I'm saying. And I hear people that do it. You get a lot of clicks and instant reaction, right? If I wanted to just make more money, I could do it because you can get click. The instant reaction is everybody ready to go, fire everybody, trade everybody. It'd be crazy, right? But I just want to stay cool. Then come correct. Yeah. I'll be so focused on the game, man. I'll be calling out plays, calling out substitutions, yelling at players for missing assignments. I'll be mad, man. So I can't do it. Anyway, listen, please be safe. Enjoy the game. Let's live to see another day. Live to see another Knicks game. We'll talk about it in the morning by the grace of the Father. Yah. Please be safe. Shalom.